American dream is going to be attainable once again.
So Iran is closer to a nuclear weapon than they were before.
Than today as they have ever been.
There's a climate problem in the past. Donald Trump called it a hoax.
In the United States of America, and that's not what they're doing.
These are not liberal folks. These are not folks that are
wanted to undo all of Donald Trump's border policy.
History, 30% decrease in Ohio.
To operate freely in this country, and we know that they use children as drug mules, and it is a disgrace, and it has to stop. Look, I think what Tim said just doesn't pass the smell test.
This is what happens when you don't want to solve it. You demonize it. And we saw this, and Senator Vance, and it surprises me on this, talking about and saying, I will create stories to bring attention to them.
Harris has been, and it's actually heartbreaking because the Border Patrol agents, they just want to be empowered to do their job. Of course, additional resources would help, but most of this is about the president and the...
Yeah, well, it is law enforcement that asked for the bill. They helped craft it. They're the ones that supported it. That's because they know we need to do this.
Look, this said that I think there were a lot of things that we could have done better in the Trump administration the first round.
In that journey back and forth. The fact of the matter is, how can we as...
Now here's something that really bothers me and worries me about this epidemic of violence.
This is your biggest nightmare. Look, I got a 17-year-old, and
we witnessed the frankly weird differences between our own country's gun violence problem and
my shotgun was in my car so I could pheasant hunt after football practice. That's not where we live today.
We do want to blame Kamala Harris for letting in millions of illegal aliens into this country.
I was going to ask on this question, are we going to drill and build houses in the same federal land?
The regulatory regime of Kamala Harris. Look, we are a country of builders.
What are the federal regulations? I deal with this as a governor. I don't necessarily disagree with that. That in some cases...
What the fuck is wrong with me?